been in our family, fans in our family, ever since they first came to QVC. And I can tell you, I'm a shopper, okay? And I'm gonna give you a fair warning. There are many times when you go to QVC.com and guess what? They are all sold out. Like, I'm telling you, I know it happened to me. And then at one point I had a little moment because I thought, oh my gosh, are we not doing these again? And I was freaking out a little bit. So come on in. I love this size. You can do 2 for breakfast. You can do 1 as a little mid-morning snack. You know, this is really part of our family again here at QVC. And it is something that I buy over and over and over again. I just got a shipment right before Christmas because one of my favorite things to say in the morning when my daughters are home or my husband gets up way before me and I get up a little later because I work late is, does anybody want a croissant? I know that sounds a little bit like Phineas and Ferb, but it's what I love to ask. And these are awesome because you're getting 36 of the authentic French mini croissants. If you can turn on your oven, you bake these from frozen and they come up beautifully, but I'm a little worried about how many I have to go around. These sold out when we debuted the set of 36 in the mini size on the 6th of December. They sold out completely. We just got them back in stock. And I want you to stock up because they will stay in your freezer for, I think, at least 6 months, if not more. I don't know. You know why? Because they have never lasted that long in my freezer. So if you want to ship them right now, I only have 1,600, and let me tell you, that's not a lot. And as a customer of these, they are often sold out at QVC.com. We can also send them out on January 31st. There's only 1,600 there. So Jen Kovich is joining us. Jen, you and I have been friends at QVC for many, many years, but I'm telling you, this is something that I buy over and over and over again. And I think when an item becomes like part of our family, one of my favorite things in the morning is I get up later usually than my husband, and he's had his breakfast long ago, and I'll be like, sweetie, you know, I don't know if I call him sweetie, but I'll be like, do you want a little croissant? So I like to bake them on at, you know, the convection, but you can do it on the regular. My favorite way is to have it with a little bit of jelly, just like this. He likes it plain. Somebody must be in our family because my daughter loves it with some strawberries on the side. I mean, it really is part of our family, and I love that you bring it to us here at QVC and that we actually have it back in stock because I know these sold out, and I love these because if you love the crunchies on the outside, you're literally getting all of that, even more than that, in the mini sizes.
Jane, I love that you love this as
I
much as
do.
we do. And but much like you, I don't like to spread any panic if I don't have to. But because this truly is an imported product, this really is authentic. It is from France. So when we say this is authentic gourmet, these are French pastries. They absolutely are. We're using real French flour, real water from France. We're using butter only from Brittany, France. And
Mm.
this is not we're kind of taking a recipe from centuries ago and trying to make it, you know, our own. This really is a century-old recipe made the French way and then imported here to the United States and only for QVC. And that's what makes this really special because we don't always have this.
No.
The mini size, you're still getting those 66 layers of that sweet, creamy French butter with that 66 layers of puff pastry, as you know. I love that you add a little bit of jelly, or you add a little jelly to this rather. I love that your husband loves it on its own.
Plain.
I prefer either alone or even with honey,
Right,
right?
right. Well, I know my
It's
sister
so
came
good.
over. I love that we did this one because my sister and her friend came over, our dear friend Florence, one time, and we were sitting outside, and I had like a gourmet store-bought chicken salad with some grapes, and I made the croissants. You would think I brought out the Veuve champagne and a waiter with a bow tie because they were like, what? Like, oh my gosh. I'm like, okay, guys, like literally in the oven for, and Jen will show you, but you know, usually around 20 minutes or so, and you
Yes.
get the crispy on the outside, the crunchy on the inside, and as a very famous French movie about food once said, it's not the smell or not even the taste at first, but it's the sound. And when you have that crunch of the layers of the croissants that you're baking home yourself, it's amazing. So these were 36 of the minis. We had them on December 6th. They sold out completely. I know, because I'm like Jen. I will go on QVC.com and look for the croissants, and there are times when everything is wait list only or it doesn't even pop up. So get these, stock up. You can have them shipped out now or on the 31st of January, but there is no auto delivery. So Jen, quick question. How long will they
Mhm.
stay fresh in my freezer?
So 6 months they'll stay fresh in your freezer. All you have to do is they will arrive frozen on dry ice. So you simply take out as many as you want or as few as you want. Place them from frozen. Do not thaw them. There's
Mm-mm.
no proofing, no rising. From frozen in your oven at 350 degrees on parchment paper. Look at how gorgeous, what I like to call blossom. They are
Mm.
absolutely spectacular. A golden brown. Look at those. They are baked perfectly,
Yeah.
but they rise up beautifully and they're so easy to do in about 20 minutes, like you said, Jane, because this is that smaller size. Perfect for your dinner roll size, your tea sandwiches, perfect for breakfast, brunch, lunch, anything in between, or just because, or even dessert.
Right.
These are spectacular, but you're still getting that award winning taste and flavor and experience that you love with our larger croissants, just in this mini size. And they're just so,
Right.
so good and memorable, right?
They really are. And you know, here's what else is nice about this is I love the caramelization on the bottom. I love the crunch of a croissant. So I prefer this size. So maybe I'll make two, I'll make three for somebody else. Maybe my hubby has already had his breakfast, so he only has one. But we sold this out when it was on the air in December. We just got it back in stock, and here's what I got. Please stock up. We'll talk about freezer in a moment. We only have 1,300 that we can ship out immediately, and we have 1,400 that we can ship out on the 31st of January. This is a QVC price. It is shipping for free. They are authentic French croissants. We had a favorite French restaurant that sadly is not open anymore in the city in New York. So it kind of is a moment where we have that French bistro, that French cafe experience at home every single day. Turn on the oven, get it up to temp, pop these in, amazing. So how long will they stay in our freezer, Jen?
So 6 months in your freezer, they'll stay fresh. You just enjoy them as you want. So what I like to do is think of if I'm going to order them today, 6 months from now, this is going to take you all the way through until June. So you have so many holidays, Valentine's Day, Easter. You're going to go through Lent. Maybe you want to enjoy these on your, your fish Fridays. You're also going to have Mother's Day, Father's Day. There's so many wonderful opportunities because if you're thinking 36 of these, am I really going to eat 36?
Yes.
Oh, you will.
Yeah, you will.
And if you have never tried Authentic Gourmet, I cannot wait to hear from you because when you put these in your oven and about 10 minutes in, your whole house is going to smell like a patisserie. It is going to smell of that incredible, creamy, sweet French butter. If you've never had it, it's so unique and unlike anything we have here in the United States. And then your nose is going to start to tell you, you're going to look, do not open the oven.
No.
There's a reason why we have the lights in the window on the oven. Use it to your benefit, right? Because you want to make sure it is fully blossomed, perfectly golden brown. Then take them out and just enjoy,
Enjoy.
devour them.
I mean, they are so good. They're so delicious. There's never, and they're always consistent. That's what I love about it. You know, you go to a restaurant, maybe that dish I had last time, it was better then. It wasn't as good this time. I have these in my freezer constantly. This is the one item my husband will say, I think we're getting a little low on the croissants. You need to order them again. The lobster tail, and also our pot stickers. If those three and the chicken. So if those four things are not in my freezer, I'm upset. You're getting all 36. If you can't bake, don't worry. You turn on your oven, you put them in, you let them alone. 20 minutes later, they are perfect. If you're getting them right now, or you're thinking of build to ship to because you didn't get a chance to be with somebody around the holidays, we have 1,100 to go around right now to ship out immediately. There is no auto delivery. And remember what Jen said, they'll stay fresh for 6 months. So they are worth every penny, and you might want to get more than one set because they sold out last time. If you want them shipped out on the 31st of January, we have how many, Sean? In that one? 1,200 left. That's it. And Jen, explain to everybody again, because I know, because they're always in my freezer, how super simple, super easy it is to have these for breakfast, lunch, dinner, use them as a roll, snacks, or maybe even a midnight snack when somebody gets in from work late.
Yeah, absolutely. So you just simply bake from frozen. They'll arrive frozen on dry ice. Put them in your freezer until you're ready to enjoy them. Once you bake at 350 degrees, preheat your oven, then get them out, put them on parchment paper. That's all you need to worry about. Don't open your oven door. So it's going to take, because this is that mini size, it's going to take about 20 minutes, give or take. But all you need to do is wait for it to be perfectly golden brown, rising just as you see here. Again, don't open your oven door, because puff pastry is a very delicate pastry. It's very universal, very versatile, but you don't want to allow it to cave if you take it out too soon. It's much like a souffle in that effect. But don't let that scare you. It's
No,
really, really,
so
really
easy.
simple. Your nose is going to tell you, because you're going to smell the butter. You're going to see that visually that it's nice and perfect golden brown. Look at how gorgeous. And I love the variety of things that you've made there. You
Yeah.
can make sandwiches, breakfast sandwiches,
Mm-hmm.
lunch sandwiches. You have your, big game coming up in February. These are perfect for that, just to kind of make it different. You have your dessert. I love that you've covered everything.
I mean, look at this. I mean, I have nothing to say for this because our team is amazing, but I love it with a salad. I mean, how many times you feel so fancy because you go to the restaurant and you can get your tuna or your chicken or your shrimp salad on a croissant, or just the little sandwich on a croissant. You're getting all 36. They were on the air during our January 6th, probably gourmet holiday, and they sold out completely. We just got them back in stock, and they are often sold out, I know, at QVC.com. Here are the few that we have left. We have 900 that we can ship out right now. And if you want the date of the 31st of January, we only have 1,100, and they are the best. They are part of our lives. So thank you so much, Jen. Thanks for bringing them in the kitchen with David tonight. I was so excited to see that you were a part of the show and a big hot pick.
Thank you so much, Jane. Good to see you. Enjoy.
Thanks, Jen. So we are less than 10 minutes with Chef Robert Irvine joining us live. I've worked at QVC a long time, and if there is one person I have been dreaming of working with, because I think in our family we're his biggest fans for